Are we ready to go yet? Maybe I should stand over here and we can get the front of the house in the picture. How's that?
Okay.
Look good?
Okay, we're rolling.
Okay. I'm here at the home of Rod Lincoln. Now, we had to get up pretty early to do this interview because reportedly have been throngs of people here to see what has been described as a celestial being that has appeared on, of all things, a tortilla. Now, this is a revelation that comes on the heels of the appearance of what many devoted followers were describing as the image of Virgin Mary on the side of a bridge abutment next to the St. Morgan's Church of God. We're going to see if we can go in and take a look at this amazing tortilla. Okay, go ahead and turn her off now. Sounds like a Simpson house. Hi, are you Rod Lincoln?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I'm Tom Hart from Action
Yeah, I
News.
noticed you, man.
How's it going today?
Oh, pretty good.
Mind if we come in and talk to you about this little news
sure,
item you
man.
have for us?
This is a little messy. A lot of people have been showing up to see the tortilla.
I bet. Now we're going to need to get some notes on your background, if that's all right. What do you do for a living, Rod?
I work on cars,
You fix cars?
sometimes.
Do you specialize like in any particular area, or?
Yeah, usually on the ignition systems.
When did you first notice this image of the tortilla?
It was about 3 days ago.
Was the tortilla package unopened at the time, or where was the tortilla? Give me a little background on.
It was
on that.
out of the package. I had it out on the counter, and I went in the other room and talked to this dude on the phone. And I came back in, and it was out of the package. That's when I noticed the image on the tortilla.
Would it be possible to take a look at this tortilla? Can I get some shots of it?
Don't you want to do the interview first?
Well, I need to know if this is a story worthy of a news segment, so I'd really like to get a shot of the tortilla first, if possible.
Hey, look, man. A lot of TV stations been here doing reports and stuff. So if you don't want to do the report, that's fine with me. I got no time to waste. Hey, hold on. Let me get that. Hello? Hey, dude. What's up? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know, about half an ounce. That's way too much. Put them on would be good. Oh, no way, right? Hey, yeah, interview at 11 o'clock will be good. Yeah, that's good. I got a busy day. All right, thanks. Yeah, that was Channel 13. They want to come over and do a report?
Wow, they're on the story as well. So is there a possibility I could see this tortilla?
Sure.
I see something.
This is it.
Is that the devil there on your tortilla?
Yeah.
I don't think we can do a story about a tortilla with the image of Satan on it.
Well, why not?
You know why. We just can't. I mean, it's hard enough. It's obviously some kind of hoax.
Maybe the 666 is a little too much on the forehead. I got another one in the living room that doesn't have the 666 on it. Want to see that one?
Look, it's not the 666. It's the fact that it's Satan. I mean, people aren't going to go for something like that. This is really starting to look like a hoax.
Well, hey, don't you think if it was about Jesus, it would look like a hoax too? I mean, you were perfectly willing to do the story until you found out it was about Satan.
Look, I don't mind that you're trying to pull off a hoax. If we were responding to something that was really a big deal, then, I would have no choice but to go with it. But we heard there were tons of people flocking to your house to see some tortilla, and we wouldn't care who was on it so much if people were really flocking to it.
Well, there was tons of people here last night.
Isn't that a keg in your backyard with all the plastic cups? I mean, you had a kegger here last night.
Some of them were still here.
You know what, you guys? I'm sick of holding this camera. I'm sick of this conversation. Every day we do these stupid news stories that aren't worth crap. I mean, I know I don't have a room to complain here. I chose this job. This is what I do. But isn't this story just as newsworthy as if the tortilla really did have Jesus or the Virgin Mary on it?
But we have other stories to do today, and isn't this like a waste of time?
Do you even know what these other stories are? We got a story about a woman who's giving a birthday party to her 5 dogs. We got a story about some guy who's insisting that the government is complaining about the government's authority to make him pay taxes. I mean, that might be interesting if the guy had a lawyer or a court case. But so far, all we have is some guy who says the government's trying to make him pay taxes.
But even if we do the story, we know the editors aren't going to touch it because we'll come off as looking anti-Christian.
But not if we do it expose style. Make it scary and menacing.
Hey, I could put on some makeup and smear blood all around and like leave bones laying around.
I like it.
Look, I'd be 100% against this idea, but I think you've made your point. I mean, television is a medium for morons, and we can't expect to improve it, so why not just destroy the whole pretense? Make a grand spectacle of the whole damn thing, and people might actually notice the context. If they see that something this is bad, they might just react to the point of demanding coverage for community issues. I mean, maybe we could instill some kind of drama here, almost to the point of mocking this whole medium.
Hey, like I could bite off the head of something.
We are entering the home of Rod Lincoln, a man who discovered something very disturbing, something very dangerous. Rod has been plagued by thousands of people who have been flocking to see the image that magically appeared on one of his tortillas. But it is not the image of good. It is the image of evil. 3 days ago, Mark discovered the image of what appears to be the devil on a tortilla. One can only shudder at the thought of what could have happened if he had eaten this tortilla.
It was June 6th, and it was 6 minutes after 6 o'clock. I only thank the good Lord Jesus that I saw the image of the tortilla before it was too late. It could have been poison.
Hello, I'm Tom Hart with Time Dateline. We're here at the studios of world-famous New Age maestro, Crescendo. We're here to find out who is Crescendo, what makes him tick, why does he do what he does, and does he really do what he does? Let's go inside. How do you feel your music affects people?
I'm never really sure how my music's going to affect people, which is why sometimes I use these crystals when I'm reviewing my work, such as this. I'll put one at either end, and I'll kind of get a vibe from the green and the clear crystal. See, the green crystal represents one side of, say, the female side of humanity, and the clear crystal represents the male side, and how they interact is somewhere in this keyboard here and all the other instruments that I use.
Now, Crescendo, many people feel that New Age music is just wishy-washy elevator music. Obviously, you disagree with that. Why do you feel that New Age music is a valid artistic outlet?
I obviously feel that New Age music is a valid artistic output, otherwise I wouldn't do it now, would I?
How do you feel that your music ties in with the world of hip-hop?
I feel that my music ties in with what's going on in the world of hip-hop in such a way that, well, it's not really visible in every aspect, but it's definitely something that exists, kind of like the air that we breathe.
Could you comment on your attempt to collaborate with Kid Rock?
My attempt to collaborate with Kid Rock is still actually underway. I left a message on his answering machine last week, and I think he tried to call me back this morning, in fact. I'm not sure if it was him. I think it was him, but he didn't leave a message. It only rang twice, actually. But that's actually why I think it was him, because that seems like something he would do.
How would you say your fans react to your live shows?
My fans react at the live shows in a lot of different ways. Sometimes you can see them kind of swaying back and forth like this. Sometimes they applaud like this, and the traditional hand clap.
How does your latest release differ from your previous releases?
My next release is going to be called Spirit of the Snail. And I feel it's going to be different from my past works in the respect that its textures are a little bit deeper in some respects, deeper, and then in certain respects they'll be wider. There will be more width in some places and more depth in others.
I'm here now at the home of Kelly Greenwood, who describes himself as Crescendo's biggest fan. He's been to every concert Crescendo has ever performed. Kelly, why do you like Crescendo's music?
What I like best about Crescendo's music is it's his ability to connect with a part of me that I never knew existed. See, as an insurance broker, I never really, I always kind of existed on the surface of where things are, you know? That's kind of like the way I was. But with Crescendo's music, it kind of brings me out of the whole work in a cubicle, live in a house, walk down the street kind of mentality.
Please define for us the word spiritual.
I would define spiritual as the part of your soul that's not in your body. That's how I would define spiritual.
What do you like best about his live shows?
I would say the thing I like best about Crescendo's live shows are, unlike any other performer, you never know what he's going to do. One minute you could hear a waterfall, and next minute you might hear a ocean wave crashing somewhere. And you might hear some violins, and it always kind of moves so smoothly that you're just taken off guard no matter what happens. I first met Bob Grovel, it must have been about 20 years ago. At first, I didn't really feel that we would be good working together. I mean, my first instinct was that we are on a different plane of existence. I'm not saying I didn't like him, but we just seemed like we were on a different plane of existence. But he right away, he showed, the first thing he said to me was that he had a lot of faith in what I was doing and the music I was producing and the whole artistic output that I was going through. And he's been indispensable to me and to all our fans since then. And I feel his work creating his record label, Mountain Valley Records, Mountain Valley Music, is just, he has totally changed what was once considered a small fringe group of fans. Now the whole new age music movement, thanks to Bob Grovel, has just skyrocketed from, who knows, there might be even millions of fans out there.
How did you first discover Crescendo? I first met Crescendo, I was managing for Grand Funk Railroad. Well, actually, I wasn't really managing, but I was supposed to be their manager because the dudes from, whoa, dude, what's that? The dudes from Iron Butterfly, the fellows, they were going to hook me up, but that never really panned out. So, so I met Crescendo, and actually I thought He was the bass player from Hawkwind. Hawkwind, one of the greatest bands, but he wasn't the bass player, but that's all right too. So I hooked him up with a deal. It actually wasn't really a deal, but it was kind of a deal. And that's how I first met him. How would you describe the typical Crescendo fan? That's the thing I like most about working with Crescendo and producing his CDs and tapes, videos, and we're working on a feature film now, is the fans. The fans are what bring it all together. There's nothing like a Crescendo fan. Some of them even actually take names like Decrescendo, Retard, a few of the other musical Italian words that come in music. That's when you write it out on the sheet. It's called sheet music. And you get the sheet music, and these fans, they take these names and they call themselves that. And sometimes they have tattoos on their body with Decrescendo. That's why I like to work with Crescendo. Can you tell us some other artists that are on your label? The other talented people I work with besides Crescendo are Shano and Elka, a beautiful woman from Ireland.